And we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome on in. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, you're late. No worries. I was also late. I was also late by 5 minutes. Simply because my stuff wasn't working. Like when the capture card is working, suddenly my cam's not working. When I deactivate the capture card, the cam's working, but the capture card's frozen. Rinse, repeat, and everything just worked when I restarted. That's why I'm 5 minutes late. I had a big day. Yeah, I am really busy IRL lately. So yeah, I mean, I'm there in Dash's chat during my afternoons, but I'm not interacting that much. But yeah, a lot of stuff happening in work and IRL. So yep. Anyway, let's move on to the game. All right, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Where am I supposed to be? Okay, I think we're here. All right. Yeah, no worries, Coburn. Also good. All right. Did I save? Oh my god, I can't remember if I saved last week. Anyway. All right. I think it's time to wait. 321, 321, 2152. All right. Hey, no worries. All right. More Spirit of Justice. We are in trial phase of the case. Day 2. We just did the divination seance last Thursday, and I think they're now calling on Maya to testify. So I guess let's just get into it. I don't know actually if this is the file. If we redo the divination seance, then let's do it. Otherwise, yep. Let's do this. Okay, yep. All right, we're done with that. We're in the courtroom lobby. All right. Okay, here we go. May 19th, High Court of Kurain, accused lobby. Talk about some really close shaves. Well, you can't get a closer shave than Headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. The trial's not even over yet and I'm already exhausted. The day's not even over yet and I'm already exhausted. Still, you were able to fight back the queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep playing her game much longer.
An ILL backseats with badge.
Yo, Anulel, what's up? Welcome on in. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. But that's all it was, so she should be okay. Barbed head, horn head, this is Rafa. Yep. Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafa, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess. It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage. Oh, that's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough, thanks. But I thought you Americans like massages. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. Hey, you lawyers, where's the accused? Huh? Turk? That's a good question. Noony noony noo. I blew it big time, AJ. That's... Shut up, you. What's going on? This scoundrel tried to escape with the accused. What? We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant? I keep telling ya, I've got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together. But I lost track of him after that. So, Dirk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You wanna know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late. What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. But that's what I'm telling ya. It's why I helped him escape in the first place. Do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why'd he choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Why were those tears coming out of the side of his temples? Drama. Comedic storytelling. Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me. Don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see. Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will now resume. See that you're ready. Wait, the trial's still on? Even without the defendant? Those were Eminence's orders, so you will return to the courtroom at once. Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads. May 19th, High Court of Khura'in. Now then, let us resume the trial at hand. Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing. What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused? Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings? Then I shall simply revise it. Wow, like her nails are like pens. As ruling sovereign of Khura'in, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. Wow, that's unfair. Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach the stand? Aw, Maya. Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It was my idea. And you are? Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're Apollo. Let's just listen to the Turnabout Sisters theme. Yep. Oh, so you're Apollo. Nix told me all about you. Yeah, it's been enhanced. It's not the typical, DS tune music. It's orchestrated a bit. You're the new guy with a loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable?
Dash backseats with Cat Jam.
Yo Dash, what's up? Welcome on in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. So why was I called here anyway? Ex-Marie Wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Am I under arrest again? Not Maya again? Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Faye, this is a trial for Dirk Sadmadi, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? But that's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. What? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims. Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion? Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Majesty. Oh, Maya testimony. It's been a while since we've had this. Dun, 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 dun. Channeling the minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though, I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with. What is that statement? It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga. And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. Doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying. Apollo, Maya was being awfully secretive about something just now. And I guess I'd better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. Yeah, that last statement was very sus. I don't have any idea what's going on, but you've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? I was exhausted after being held captive for so long. That must have been terrible. Maya, Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he? Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Like what? Like, I'm really craving burgers and I'll die if I miss an episode of the Plume Punisher. Acting like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me. Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here? Wow, what do you call that? Is that Stockholm Syndrome? Like, being nice to your captor? He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Oh, that approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. But a wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup. In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened, I know I didn't channel Minister Inga.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know? Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then let me ask you something. Okay, wait. She wasn't conscious the whole time. Why? Bad news, you woke up. Yo, Nox, what's up? Welcome on in. Did you ever see Nena in the tomb dressed as Dirk? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I'd remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right. Yeah, if you're gonna count the time between... Okay, spoiler alert. If you're gonna count the time between the end of Trials and Tribulations and the start of Apollo Justice, that's 7 years. And the time between the start of Apollo Justice and here is 3 years. So that's 10 years since the end of Trials and Tribulations, and Maya was 18 then, so she's 28 now. You have your essential items you must wear in Psycho Streams. Right. I didn't even have the chance to do something like that.
Hold it!
You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there's no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it. Right. I guess she really didn't channel Inga then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless they're still in training, amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want. You don't have a whip, sorry. So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye. Of course! It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, Ace Spirit Medium. That's strange, you seem like the same old childish Maya to me. Grr, I'll show you childish, Nick. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. So, you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes? Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter. And I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo? Discount badge. Well, until finger pointing and objecting become deadly, I don't see how they can be used. Wow, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback. I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please. Anyway, I'd never go along with something like murder. Am I gonna play Ace Attorney? Thanks, Professor Layton. I'll think about it. My plan after this is after this case, play the DLC case of Spirit of Justice, then take a break for a while, then play Great Ace Attorney 2. Then after that, maybe Ace Attorney and Professor Layton. Since I think there's no timeline connections in between. Alright. Though I guess there are some things I'd quietly go along with. Sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. ... Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Sorry, I didn't realize, Wait, we're in a court of law. Yeah, I know. Then what was all that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job. So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. Oh, hello. You made a promise to Dirk? Mm-hmm. Pretty big one. I think this is about all you're going to get out of her. Yeah. Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Mr. Inga, don't you? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind. That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer, I will have to end this cross-examination. Now, even if she doesn't use any special items to do the channeling itself, you think there would be something to complete the deception. Is there any proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled? Save scum. A gerbil down your pants. What? I'll cross your examination. Wait, who are you? You're not Volt. Why are you saying that? Okay, wait, do I have proof? I don't think I have. Nope, I don't see how there could be, Your Majesty. I see you've still got a long way to go up. Oh shit, it means there is. Excuse me? If it were Nick, he would have tried to bluff his way through that one. But I'm not Mr. Right. I'd like to retract my previous statement. And as to whether there is any proof that Mr. Inga was channeled, you bet there is. Really? Well now. You're bluffing, I take it. I'll be fine. If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means... he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Oh. Aha! Good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from. Is this the button? Inga's button discovered in the ashes of tombs, incense burners caked in soot. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Faye channeled Justice Minister Inga? It could be this. Because why is it there, right?
Take that!
Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What? What was that doing in the tomb? Ah, so you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa. Especially if you were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Ah! Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb. Or you burned them once you no longer needed them. Wait, can like incense burn clothes? Like the fire from incense is like just very small. What? Uh-oh, she seems genuinely surprised by that.
Objection!
Miss Faye. Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Inga Karkul Kurain, right? That is correct, in part, but there's more. Much more. Inga Karkul, how could... What? Kurain the Third. That's his true name. Could it be any longer? Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, did you know his true name? No, I mean, how could I? Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one she seeks to channel. Ah! Ah! Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana Fana Dubesca the third. Yep. Yeah, it's that long, Aniv. So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know and didn't like thanks to that last trial? I can't believe this. That's Dot Warner's full name? Really? Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumption again. Apollo? I was thinking. Yes? Since I didn't channel Minister Inga, is it possible that someone else did? Someone else? But who else could it have been? I haven't thought that far yet. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we? I don't care what Garan says, I'm going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Well, I'm waiting, defense, and you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but there's someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Mr. Inga. There's just one more person and they were in Inga's private quarters. Oh, is it Nena? Okay, because we're like, we accused Nena on the last part of the trial that she stabbed Inga. Alright, that person is our only hope now. So, the defense believes there was another. Let's have your very serious answer then. With pleasure. Horn Devil. Who could have channeled Minister Inga? Wait, this Nena?
Take that!
She's got her paddle out. Yes. Yes, she's gonna spank me. Nena? Your Eminence said it yourself. That's right, Nena never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Ah, the footprints, right. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belong to Nena. You love that Doom guy emote. Whose emote is this anyway? Who's FMM? Ah, Fractal Mind. Alright. Nice. And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said that Nena disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. Oh, he's a retro DOS Windows streamer. Alright, nice. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out not long afterwards. You are not seriously suggesting. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nena channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence. Ah, no way! That's got to be it. Nena must have somehow channeled the minister. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nena isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Nena to the stand. Well, Your Eminence. Very well then, let us call Nena to testify. Yes, now we can finally crack this case wide open. But we can't find Nena. She was like missing since yesterday, right? And she was like, called at the early part of the trial to like assist for Rafa, but she didn't arrive. Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned. There's no need. Nena is in the waiting lobby. What? Nena's here? I thought she'd gone missing. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today. She took time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent. I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Miss Nena, do you understand why you have been summoned here today? Why, yes, Shane. Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed a crime. So this is Nena. That's quite the hairdo. Though I will say... I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. 10 over 10 granted voice. If this hornhead and nincompoop would take you for a criminal. Nincompoop? Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? I guess Nena rubbed off on her with all the time they spent together. You there, young hornhead. Yes? You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded. Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters. Ten. I'm no spirit medium, Shane. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to... Okay. It's hard underneath, alright. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Kuraya. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garon is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass, Maya Fey. And there you have it. It seems you have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nena could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway. But her line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nena channeled Inga's spirit. Alright, the defense may now question the witness. Right, I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary days. Albie's dog stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest? I had been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition. While I sympathize with you, Nena, you took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafa. She was very worried about you, you know. How very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I. Except Rafa. Nana's not just a mere servant. I even think a mere commoner could channel spirits or slay a minister. What hogwash. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium.
Hold it!
I hear you are the head servant, isn't that right? Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to channel spirits? Since you're the head servant to a family of channelers, I say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure. I think not, for that goes against the very underpinnings of the Kingdom of Khura'in. To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and rigorous training. But most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It is not simply some hobby one can take up in the manner of knitting or gardening. So commoners could never become a medium, no matter how hard they tried. That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young Hornhead. But Maya is a medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here.
Hold it!
Okay then, what if you actually have royal blood in your veins, Dana? Like a distant relative or something. I am from a line of humble fishermen all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather. I've never heard talk of royal blood or noble ancestry. Follow. If spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter, then even without a royal ancestor, it would be impossible to learn without the right training. It is as the bard once says, it also must be mentioned that the secret art is only taught here in the Kingdom of Khura'in and in your country's Khura'in village. Why aren't things falling into place like I expected? I would ask the witness to continue her testimony. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garan is the only spirit medium left.
Hold it!
Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right? Yes. Oh, she was beautiful, gentle soul. But she fell in love with a man of dubious origins. And was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel. Come on, Apollo, this isn't a game. Wait, uh-oh. Wait, I'm still up, right? Hi. Okay. Guess who gets a bad rap they're around? Who gets a bad rap, Aliv? Okay, anyway. Stream's still up, so okay. And was murdered in a terrible blaze. Oh, you were saying about Paul. Alright, sorry. I thought they were like, oh, stream's dead. Except she's actually still alive. Her name is yet another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. Amara, the queen who's been locked away and her existence in this world erased. But the fact that she is still alive shackles Nayuta to Garon's will. Nayuta, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right? We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness's testimony. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young last Maya.
Hold it!
Miss Faye was being held hostage. She was completely tied up and didn't even know Minister Inga's true name, making it impossible for her to kill or channel him. Bah, I know nothing of that.
Objection!
Listen, you horned devil. Were you not just insisting that it was Maya Faye who had channeled Minister Inga? My, how quickly you changed your tune. No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it. It's great that you're following my advice, Apollo. But try not to look so forced while you do, would you? Nina is right about one thing though. Only those of the royal bloodline can be spirit mediums in Khura'in. Common folk like us are out of luck. Yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I'll finally be close to connecting all the dots once I point one very big thing out. Alright. Only the members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling. After Queen Amara's passing, her eminence, Queen Garan, is the only spirit left. Alright. I think we need to present Amara's photo here. Alright. So which means Amara is still alive and she could have done the channeling actually.
Objection!
Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation? Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Naina's testimony. Go on. She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because, in Khura'in, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits. I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense. Hold on, I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Nina stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive, at the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nina channeling Inga. No. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming despite having been killed at 2 p.m. No. That would mean that Nina channeled Inga. Even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait, is it too late to ask for my refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? No! Right. You may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are? Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? This photo's very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Khura'in. Horn devil, you mustn't. Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Oh my god, it might be true, holy. Oh. Let's let this play out. Will the defense please explain who was shown in the photograph? Oh my god, the person in the photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigatar Khura'in. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive. What? But that's nonsense. Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination. Well, I personally find it hard to believe. I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet, according to Dirk, she is actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Among us. Here in this very courtroom today. But how?
サトライマオマどもさましで足し抜けたれがせよそのか
Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The red pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning lawyerly art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Ayuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as... No way.
Take that!
But that's... Eek! This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. Sorry, just give me a sec. Sorry, wait, I just have to reply to this. Alright. Okay. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. That person is none other than you, Nena. Your true identity is the former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. What? Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell. Oh my, such frightening allegations. Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives, and is actually Miss Nena here? You have truly gone off the deep end. You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence. If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now, isn't that correct? Oh, holy crap. That was one good, argument. So if Amara is truly dead, Garan can channel her. Because you can't channel an alive person. I can deny it no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nena, the woman who stands here before us, is Amara, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago. Paul. Paul kung ka. I actually can't believe that was Amara. Brutal Savage wrecked, absolutely taken down. Yeah, but holy crap, Apollo's line of thinking was like, if she's absolutely dead, channel her. Wow. Finally, we've got Inga's real killer in the stand. Nena, no. Amara Sigatar Kurain. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened. Breakdown. Oh, dearie me, I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. Wow. That is some like Sailor Moon morph sequence. Whoa. I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I last greeted you, good people of Kurain. It is I, Amara Sigatar Kurain, your former. Queen Amara? What? Fatality. Get slapped in the face several times with her sleeves. And you thought Goran's makeover was extreme. No. At least Amara's like makeover or morph sequence was better. Goran was like she just stood behind some guards and then yay. Amara like just what they call that, turned around a lot of times, then went in the cocoon and then yes, I am your former queen. Can it be really true? You are alive and well? It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress. Oh ho 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 ho. Sorry, just give me a sec. Okay. It must be hot in there. Everyone's pouring sweat. Amara, I'm sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me. It is quite alright, Goran. I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer. Queen Amara, what does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago? I barely escaped that blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear younger sister, Goran. But the building of that great tomb, and disguising yourself as a lowly servant, why would you do such a thing? Goran, I would have you explain. I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant? She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place. He never even guessed she was living as a servant right in plain sight. I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quite humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. Ah, but those days of peace have ended. And it is all because of you, Hornhead. You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with. Is there something you wish to say then say it. It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer. What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide? A Grand Priestess of Kurainism? You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people. If you commit the crime, you'd better be ready to do the time. Oh yeah. Be you a priest, saint, queen, or god. I've never met such an egalitarian person. Queen Amara. In your years disguised as Nena, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? Oh ho 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 ho. What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer? Me? The one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself? You may be a grand figure in Kurainism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder most foul? Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what she speaks. Fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am a grand priestess, on this stand, I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence. Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness. Oh, young lawyer. In my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw. Huh? There's a flaw? Nayuta? Yes, your mercifulness. Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered? Dirk Sadmadi, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga. What? Why not? Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuta. Explain how wrong he truly is. Yes, your mercifulness. Because Amara isn't stabbed. Okay, Her Benevolence Princess Rafa saw Minister Inga enter the tomb at around 2:30 p.m. Yet you, the defense, claim the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then once she was done channeling, oh yeah, where was she? Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb. Okay, so Inga was dead. Amara should have been found in the tomb hiding, right? Oh yeah, had she tried to exit before you all arrived? Princess Rafa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, Her Benevolence saw nothing of the sort. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, she was there in the tomb when the murder was discovered. Defense. No, she wasn't. Now, do you see? Your flimsy claim had been uprooted like a sapling in the flood. Ah! Well, that was entertaining. Prosecutor Sadmadi. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name. You wish for me to take over? Yes. Prosecute your father to save your mother. Oh. Hehehe. What a poignant fate you bear, but bear it you must. Are you ready? Yes, Your Eminence. And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of this sacred hall to your authority once more. Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, your mercifulness, your testimony, if you please. Dun, 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 dun. All right. As we'll start in around a minute, so I will just take a very quick break. While that's happening, I will run the BRB screens. And yeah, as always, if you don't like ads, sub will help the channel. You'll get ad-free viewing and emotes and memotes. Otherwise, get turbo, you'll get more value from it. Or you can view on YouTube. If you're watching YouTube, hi YouTube. All right, I will BRB for a while and run ads, and I will see you in around 3 minutes. So BRB. Oh, that. Oh, that was so good. Holy crap. When you were expecting like a Shelmet, you suddenly get a boot in the face. Oh. No. I still had that. What? That is so good. Holy shoot. You're there. One shot Exor. Oh my god. CP1. This is the axe. Wait, did I start on underground or did I start in castle? Nice. Nice. GG's. And we back. All right. Time for the queen to testify. All right. Yeah, the lawyer's theory is absurd. Okay, now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from the sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Sadmadi for his crimes. Wow, she's vengeful. Oh, such marvelous testimony. You are truly a treasure, your mercifulness. This too is but by the grace of her holiness. No doubt my unmasking her here today was her will as well. Oh my, the Holy Mother, you say? Yes, surely Her Holiness has guided me to this witness stand. Wow, hello Snow White. This is Bambi. And to the purity of truth. Oh, how magnificent. Queen Amara, the Holy Mother's messenger here on Earth. How the hell did all those animals get in the courtroom? And they're even in the stand. Wow. Where did those animals even come from? Thank you, Apollo. Thank you. Now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a Grand Priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means... What? No pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or other any flaws in her testimony? No. Oh, and all the animals are also there? What? The lawyer's theory is absurd.
Hold it!
My theory is utterly absurd and barbarous. And high-handed, if I may say so. Nayuta was right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of Mount Pony's holy waterfalls could devise a better theory. She does that infinity thing when she's idle like that, apparently. Surely you can steal better insults than Nayuta's best. Now then, to all of you gathered in the sacred hall, need I remind you? Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, she's doing like that thing. It's not anywhere near the tomb following the murder.
Hold it!
Well, maybe you were hiding inside the sarcophagus. After all, it does technically belong to you. I bet you'd have no trouble opening it. If I had been in there, I could not be here today, for the tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave. I guess not. If I might ask, what's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... There's despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within. To discover the final hope, my continued corporeality. You completely lost me. In other words, it's empty. But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse. Now, will you dispense with your theory? It is as empty as my sarcophagus. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling.
Hold it!
I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder. Very good, but that very truth refutes your theory. Even if I had channeled Minister Inga and entered the tomb, the moment I ceased channeling him, I would have re-emerged at the crime scene. And Maya could have possibly seen her. Precisely. As you said yourself, Defense, Queen Amara was not there after the murder. The only living souls in the tomb at the time were Dirk Sadmadi and Maya Fey. Be it in this life or the next, there's no escaping such simple truths. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from the sacred hall.
Hold it!
There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today. A reason? Perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie and wait for another chance to claim my life. What's this?
Objection!
No. It's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all these years. So, that is only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. It was my duty as a wife to be her husband. To bend an ear to him, was it not? Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage. Sure, I guess. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Don't ask me. That is why I listened to Dirk. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me. That's quite enough. It is abundantly clear that Queen Amar's testimony is flawless. Oh ho ho. Do you understand now, lawyer? This is bad. The judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer. Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? Shouldn't it be possible for normal people to... For normal people? Ah. Maybe. Maybe what? Your Majesty, I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder. Very well, Defense, to explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't keep us waiting. Let's hear it. How did Queen Amara disappear from the tomb? She clung to the ceiling, she hid in the sarcophagus. She channeled someone. But then who did she channel? Okay, there's a penalty here, so I have to answer correctly, but let's save Scum. Okay. She didn't hide in the sarcophagus, obviously. She clung to the ceiling, so we did not look up. That's for shits and giggles. But she channeled someone. Who could she have channeled then? All she had to do was channel someone. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else. Why, I believe that actually makes sense. What do you have to say to that, Queen Amara? Do you believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder? How dare you! What the? Eek! Mercy, your mercifulness. That was good timing when I said, how dare you. How dare you spew such vile blasphemy, Defense. You will retract your last statement or face immediate execution. No, good Majesty. It is quite alright. Kurainism also teaches that we must respond at all times with reason principle. Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to his blasphemous accusation. They probably shouldn't have deers and tigers in the courtrooms anyway. True. You have something to counter with? Indeed. Now, are you listening? It would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all, it would require a deceased person to channel. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb. And that was Inga. And that was Minister Inga. The only others there right after his murder were Dirk and Miss Faye. Ah, had I channeled Inga as you allege, Well, the outcome would have been quite odd to say the least, for there beside the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. So you see, I could not have vanished by means of spirit channeling. That's true, but I can't rule it out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. How absurd. If you channeled someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Another victim? Queen Amara. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out? Oh, we're still cross-examining. Alright, I thought we ended the cross-examination after Judge, hit his gavel. Minister Inga was the sole victim. There was no other spirit to channel until he was dead.
Hold it!
It's called a
Dash
gavel.
backseats with. It's called a gavel.
Sorry, I cannot English. Okay, what if there was another victim besides Minister Inga? What on earth could you mean? The only body found in the tomb was the minister's. Yeah, but Amara's counter-arguments are too spot-on for us to rebut. Actually, there is one possibility. What's the matter, Apollo? That's one heck of a face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing really. And yet, that means... My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this secret.
Hold it!
Okay, let's just press every statement first. There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today. A reason? Ah, perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life. What's this?
Objection!
No, no, no. It's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I already read this. What the hell? Alright, this is what we haven't pressed yet. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Sadmadi for his crimes.
Hold it!
The Holy Mother is going to judge him? Within the doctrines of Qur'anism, we are taught that, upon death, the Holy Mother shall judge our souls. To those of pure spirit, her holiness shall be as warm and as merciful as the sun. But to those of depravity, her wrath shall echo that of an angry mother to her child. An angry mother? I wasn't expecting the Founder's judgment to be so down to earth. The scriptures of Qur'anism were the first in the world to be written such that they would be accessible to worshippers of all ages. Wow, that's unexpectedly progressive. So, Amara is claiming that Inga was the sole victim, which fits perfectly well with what we know. But was he really the only one? What do you mean? Wasn't there evidence of another victim besides Inga? Stained with the victim's blood. Okay, wait. A blood stain from Amara's tomb analysis reveals that it's Dirk's blood. Dirk's blood. Well, Dirk did have, like, blood on his chest, right? In that...
information!
I can't believe I'm presenting this, but it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were Maya, Dirk, and Inga. No, it can't be. Wait. Is Dirk dead? Was the defense care to share something with us? Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you? Whatever are you talking about? If you won't tell this court, then I will. Well, don't keep us waiting. This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead. What the hell? But a second victim, Apollo? Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Wait. Then how was Dirk outside? Okay. Apollo's theory is Inga's dead. Amara channeled Inga from his quarters, then went to the tomb. She let Inga go, then channeled Dirk. But Dirk is outside, and like... Oh my god, does Dirk have a twin? Oh, you putrid pepper. All of the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling from your lips. But suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was the other victim? There's no way this can be true. But... no, I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward to solving this case. The other victim who Queen Amara was channeled, who Queen Amara channeled was... Dirk was the... But he was outside. He went in. So was Dirk killed when he went in? But where's the body? Listen, son, if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There is no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me. Oh my god, was she killed? Dirk knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that!
That's not possible. The defendant, Dirk Sadmadi, is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim? Wait, how? How can you hide a body in a span of like 2 minutes? Or 20? Right? Dirk went in the tomb at around 3. They were discovered around 3:20, 3:30. Well, Kunka, Apollo, what are you? Do you realize what you're proposing? I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice. More remastered audio, yup. I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered, but the facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they've led me. I see, after Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara, but it can't be, can it? Dirk's bloodstain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is Dirk had also been murdered.
Objection!
That's enough! Your explanation cannot be the truth. And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion. Nayuta, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have to be somewhere nobody would ever look. And there is only one such place. It's in the sarcophagus. You truly have proof? The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb. Go check the tomb? But why? Because I believe Dirk Killer hid his body here.
Take that!
You would suggest? Queen Amara's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, a killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body, well, that's a horse of a different color. Which means... I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence, being that Queen Amara yet lives, I trust we may now open it. If we must. Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky is still there at the tomb. Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter. Now then, Detective Sky, your report if you please. I'll start with my findings. Please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were. A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old. Several days? Wait, what? Detective Sky, tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base. I have a photo of the body, and I have positively identified it as... Wait, several days old. How? Wait, oh my god, I don't get this. My theory was that he was killed as soon as he went into the tomb, then suddenly hid. Dirk. No. You may not look it, but you're also several days old. We all are Nux. Why? Why did this have to happen? Oh my god, so that was the foreshadowing. I have a secret to tell you. Fuck. Damn it, Dirk, answer me. How can this be? Holy shit, both like Nayuda and Apollo's father is dead. Hehehe. The traitorous snake, the very head of the insurgency, murdered? Oh, what a joyous day. Those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under. Who? What was I even fighting for? Apollo. What am I supposed to do now? She's practicing her evil laugh. Oh my god, is this a bad ending? Come on, Maya, come on, Mia, show up. Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Oh, it wasn't voiced this time. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. F-Zero. That's what lawyers do to get the truth. But Dirk, what if the truth is that you're Apollo in court tomorrow? You may find yourself faced with the truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all. Holy fuck, that's so screwed up. No, I mean not that message, but shit. You believed in me that much, Dirk. Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield, not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do. Are you alright, Apollo? Sorry about that, Mr. Right. But I'm fine now. Apollo. Detective Sky. Yes. How sure are you that the body's been there for a few days? I'm positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Shit, if it's 3 days... If it's 3 days... How did Dirk fly to the States? Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. I believe they are the cause of death. Dirk's corpse photo added to the court record. More than 3 days have passed since his death. He was shot 3 times in the chest. At least 3 days, huh? Yup, that means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States. That is... Oh, shit. But who was that Dirk? Was that Amara? Then who was channeling him? Or was that Nina? I think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay in the US without arousing suspicion. It also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. It had to be Nena, right?
Take that!
Wait, it's not Nena? I don't think so, Apollo. You sure? I guess it is a bit of a stretch. That's the understatement. Oh shit. I'm going to leave a mark. There are only a few spirit mediums. Defense will offer an answer within the realm of possibility this time. So, there should be Amara. Wait, it's not... No! It's not Maya. It can't be Maya. Oh wait, there's Garan. No wait. Could it be Garan? So the only options are Amara, Garan, and Maya.
Take that!
It's not, oh my god, it's Maya. Okay, load scum. No. Why was Maya channeling Dirk? You only have 3 options. It's either Amara, Garan, or Maya. Okay, Pearl's not here anymore. I was about to say, is Pearl still here? She's not here anymore. Alright.
Take that!
Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time. So it seemed only natural that she wasn't around. Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say. Fuck. No. A pretty big one. Yo, Nox, welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out, and that would snuff out the flames of a revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he? I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yes, I promised not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died. So I was right then. Apollo, there's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, Dirk's final moments. Can you do a divination seance of Dirk? I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder. Hey, young lady, time to get you up and out of here. Oh. It's Dirk, alright. It's that revolutionary guy. I'm here to rescue you. You are? Why? I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found out you'd been abducted. But why would the rebel help me? Let's go before it's too late. It already is for you, pal. Gumshoe? Oh, it's Inga. Alright. Hehehehe. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what. Fuck. Why are you... Is that the heart? No, that's the right. That's gotta smart. You've become a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushing up daisies. What the fuck? That's right. That second one's right through the heart. Do you really think a pea shooter like that hurt me? Could kill a dragon? What the? Ah. What are ya? Some kind of freak? Nuts to this. Wow, an actual running away sequence. Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. What the fuck? These ropes. I've got to help you. Relax, it's going to be okay. Sorry things turned out this way, but it doesn't look like I have much longer. No, don't say that. You're a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit. Stop it. Don't give up like that. If you do, untying a rope like that will be child's play. No. Please, hang in there. You can still make it. Promise. Promise me one thing, young lady. It's about my son. Dirk. He's talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit. He really said that? Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years but kept putting it off. Alright. So how did Maya go unnoticed in traveling to the US? Right? Phoenix should have known, right? and that this was his last chance. Holy shit, the story's fucked. You just show up here without warning after all this time, what gives? I came all this way to see you, son. Come rejoice. Right, why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Fuck. Dirk, you really did come to the US because you wanted to see me. I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb. Wait. So Inga knew that Maya was able to escape. If that's the case. The story is fucked, I know. Well, if... crap. Alright, number 1, Amara's still alive. Number 2, Dirk's dead. Number 3, like, the order of events making the first part of this case really all effed up, that Dirk was actually dead when visiting Apollo. And that was Maya all along. Shit. This is more convoluted than Bridge. Hey, yo, Damon, what's up? Hope you're having an amazing, fabulous day so far. Yes, I am. And wow, holy crap, this story. Anyway, you ever gonna stop the Pink Floyd at position number 1? I don't know. How long have they been in number 1? And what song has the potential to overthrow them? Anyway. Okay, it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb. Apollo, you can't stop now. Dirk would want you to keep pressing on. I know, Miss Faye, and I won't disappoint him. Defense, if you are ready to proceed, I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case? Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now. Very well, your explanation, please. Dirk entered the tomb at 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was to take place. Or rather, Dirk as channeled by Miss Faye did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Minister Inga was already dead. I say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m. This must have been his death clothes because of like the gunshot wounds, right? But there was someone else in there, which was Amara. This person was already hiding in the tomb waiting to channel Dirk in place of Miss Faye. That was Amara.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirits. Channeled his spirit, rather. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body. It's a cover-up of a cover-up of a cover-up. The layers. Cover-upception. Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible.
Objection!
Actually, there is a way to do that. With a Magatama of parting, that is. Using one, anyone could drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to. Are you telling me that the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was... Oh. That it was. That's right, Prosecutor, said Madi. And you've seen one in action before. Yo, thanks for that clip, Coburn. We'll check that. I'll check that one out later. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm. And how it turned a spent pale brown afterwards. Looks like poop. In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looks that way because it's poop! Its power had been used up in pushing Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right? I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling him for so long after all. After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Miss Faye in her usual outfit and tied her up. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. Yeah, where did you get her extra outfit? Then, Queen Amara must have changed into Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife and channeled Dirk's spirit. That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime. Oh. Oh. And that's how she escaped right under our noses. Gah! I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched. Dirk, what was going on through your mind while all this was unfolding? So ultimately, it was all for naught. Nayuta? Those dreams of revolution Dirk was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies. Nayuta, how can you? Karma has spoken. The dream of revolution has withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams. No, Dirk's dream can't die like this. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't, and I won't. Nayuta, don't forget that Dirk's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder. Now the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun.
Objection!
No, Dirk has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence. What do you mean? Dirk is indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Miss Faye? And while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you have yet to substantively prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.? Well, no, I don't, but... Wait, they were still on the way there at around 2 p.m. If that was Durga's Maya, right? It seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Sadmadi, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove Dirk Sadmadi to be the foul murderer that he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence. Why is Nayuta doing this? Your aunt shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Amara's not a hostage, so what gives? Nayuta, what's left to chain you to her like this? Very well then, Queen Amara, please proceed with your additional testimony. You have no proof. Okay, we're in Allegra now. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Faye. Now, let us end this charade. With animals, for the eternal glory of Korayan and its people. The animals are back. Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain. Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today. Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now. The defense may proceed with its cross-examination. You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue.
Hold it!
Okay. Convincing others is all part of a lawyer's trade, so I'll take that as a compliment. You would, wouldn't you? I suppose you have deceived countless souls with your lies. But I should not be surprised, considering you learned from him. Him? You mean Dirk, right? Yes, the man who deceived and seduced me, a grand priestess, with his silver tongue. We are still talking about the case, right? Surely you have heard of a lady falling for the wrong man before. Ah, but to think that I, of all people, would fall under that devil's spell. Wow, how did they ever get together in the first place, let alone procreate? I would advise all here today to beware this lawyer's silver tongue, lest you too be unjustly painted as a criminal as I have been. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. I admit, I don't have any solid
An ILL backseats with. The evidence is that prosecutor isn't related to this case. He randomness is uncalled for.
Possibly. Okay, I admit I don't have any solid evidence yet. But you're the only one who could have committed the crime. What on earth do you mean? Including Miss Faye, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Karai. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Faye was tied up in the tomb. That means that the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder was Amara. Could only have been channeled by you, Queen Amara. Maybe he's Skittles is getting 10. Yes, did many are Skittles deprived? He only had the grape Skittles. Do you want to snooze that? Okay, I'll take another break. Let's not snooze the ad because we don't know how long this will be. I don't want that we can't snooze that at the climax probably 5 minutes later. So I will BRB. I'll run the ads. So yeah. The comedic timing of that hint. So I will pretend I will do my best acting job to find to try to go to that hint for the first time. All right. Okay, haha, we found out that there's a fish here. Get wrecked, fish. I'm surprised there isn't a second fish. Okay, I fell to that trap the last time. I will not fall for it again. What is this? Mushroom. Where do you get a mushroom? Gasp! Go back! Oh no. That was bad acting. I am so sorry. You know what? I can just get in there right away. Why am I still waiting for that to blow up? Yeah, it's here. Haha. If you kill that second Goomba. Okay, ice, concrete, cloud, question, ice. Do not Greg. I Gregged. That was embarrassing. YOLO or not the YOLO? YOLO! That's good. You know what? What if this is the answer? It's not. There's a door there. I think there's a door there. There's a door here. This setup looks so familiar again. You know what? Okay, fine. Pretend that I did not recognize the door. Let's go through the level. Where was the other plank? The other plank despawned. You know what would be really bad if someone were here to come and chat, but after you've respawned with a really long message to distract us so that you hard luck. That would really be awful. I forgot I wasn't at the start. Alright, the disrespect door. The thumbnail says it all. Yeah, that seems very validating. And we back. Alright. So hopefully we won't miss out any good drama later on. Alright. Could have only been channeled by you, Queen Amara. Insolent lawyer. How about yourself? Yeah, how about you, Aniv? Welcome back to you as well. Bart. Bart, holy crap, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Objection! How are you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Eek! Forgive us your mercifulness. Really, your majesty. Like, the judges are such pushovers. All judges. But have you considered the following defense? Okay, good to hear. Nice. Doing well. Nice. Glad to see you around, Bart. Alright, what if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Quran?
Objection!
Oh, come on. What are the chances? You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer. Which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. All judges are related to HLG. No, the Canadian judge isn't HLG. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense? Of course I can. Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are two ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Which one can I actually prove? Okay, what do we have here? It belongs to Dirk, Pink Butterfly. A fingerprint was found on the inside of the lid, stained with the victim's blood. Wait. If this is the real Dirk, he has a blue butterfly. So the pink butterfly isn't owned by Dirk. This must be Amara's. Wait, was this found in the tomb? Stained with the victim's blood, so she might have killed Inga. Queen Amara killed Minister Inga, and I can prove it. Well now, you seem quite confident. How very intriguing, though I must say. There is nothing that proves it was I who killed Justice Minister Inga.
Hold it!
So you didn't leave any evidence behind, is that what you're saying? Oh ho ho ho. Did you truly believe you could trick me with such an ambiguously phrased question? Were I to answer in the affirmative, you would twist my words into an admission of guilt. It's worth a shot. You should know that you cannot prove anything through the deceit of others. If there is something worthwhile to say, then let the evidence speak for itself. You think I wouldn't if I could? Now, do you see? All is idle speculation in the absence of evidence. Furthermore, Dirk could have had committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Faye.
Hold it!
You're saying the Dirk who entered the tomb is the one who killed Minister Inga? I am. I stand firm with the prosecution's original charge against the accused. The only issue is whether that Dirk was alive or dead. That's a pretty major issue. Oh, I beg to differ. Did we lose a thingy? No, we didn't. Another statement was added to the testimony. For here in Kurain, death is not the end. It is merely a change in one's address, for the Twilight Realm is only the next door. Is it really? It is. Those who have only recently passed away may call upon you in the night. Such occurrences are quite common in our kingdom. She's kidding, right? In all the time I've spent here, I'm happy to say that's never happened to me. Me neither. You need not fear death. Embrace it, along with your guilt. Then may you begin your journey to the Twilight Realm. Now let us end this charade for the eternal glory of Kurain and its people.
Hold it!
Eternal glory? Once the King of Traitors has been judged and the rebellion quelled for good, peace and prosperity shall return to our fair kingdom. Then shall the blessings of the Holy Mother usher in an age of eternal glory. With Queen Amara as the Grand Priestess of Kurain once more, the people would be freed from subversive elements. Faith would blossom anew. Oh, you are too kind, but I have no intention of pursuing my position as Grand Priestess. What? I relinquished my position as Queen and Grand Priestess to my sister Garon. And now that my would-be assassin is gone, I am truly free at last. Oh ho ho. Perhaps I shall take a trip or expand my horizons with new training. Queen Amara. Looks like she's totally over being Grand Priestess and Queen. Ha ha ha. In that case, I shall introduce you to some wonderful classes that I am taking. Proof that Amara killed Inga. Do we really have anything like that? If nothing comes to mind, Apollo, you might need to get some different testimony out of her. Maybe I should take another look at the evidence we already have. Alright. So this is the statement I want to present the pink butterfly. If not, I have to go back to the previous statement and select that she was at the tomb.
Objection!
No! Ah, shit. All right.
Hold it!
Okay, so there are two ways to establish Amara's guilt. Prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred. Seems you're ever bent on painting me as the killer. Well, if the shoe fits, very well, let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of crime. You do have some, do you not? Alright, there's nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
By simply changing into Dirk's clothes and channeling his spirit, it is a fact that the killer altered the crime scene. How very perceptive of you. And trying the shoe fits by 5 pairs. Trying to accomplish everything, the killer would have been pressed for time and may have committed an error that could prove crucial to this case. There are only a few shoe sizes. That depends on the footwear manufacturer. Usually I get one size higher depending on the brand. And sometimes the significance of certain pieces of evidence can change in the face of new facts and circumstances. Why don't you take another look at all the evidence we have? Think I'll see something in a new light? Is there anything from the tomb that's taken on a different meaning now? Only way to find out is to reconsider each piece based on their current understanding. Alright, so this is now the statement I'd like to press, or at least probably show the pink butterfly too.
Objection!
Yup. Queen Amara. Does this pendant look familiar to you? Why, that is... We found it in the tomb and it has the minister's blood on it. Which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
Objection!
And I fail to see how it is relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused? That's what I thought too. After all, Dirk had said it did. Dirk had said it did himself. He said that? Yes, but it was a lie. Because I believe he was covering for someone. Covering? How? For who? If I would do a crime, I would be sure to wear at least shoes 3 to 4 sizes too large and leave prints. But like, wouldn't you like have problems walking because the shoe doesn't fit? I don't know. Anyway. There's a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's. Okay, yeah, it's now this because Dirk has the blue pendant.
Take that!
That's the photo of the accused's body, is it not? Yes, it is, and I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. 20 layers of socks. You know what? I think it makes sense because... Okay. Because I have some friends who like try to get like those limited edition shoes, but they can't get their size and they're only able to get like size 12s or size 13s. So that like they wear lots of like socks. Lots of like pairs of socks just to like make them fit. Okay, blue butterfly.
Take that!
You'll notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It is an identical pendant except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it, don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own 2 of them but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair. A pair? If the blue pendant was Dirk's, Then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to? Oh, she's fidgeting.
Objection!
Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Therefore, we have no way of knowing whom it belongs to. Ah, you're wrong. It does have.
Objection!
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmadi. I'm guessing you didn't know this pendant is actually a locket. Come again? You wish you were as pretty as Nayuta. You want that like floating veil thing around you. Now this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid to be exact. What? No. So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong? Shouldn't Emma like pop up and, oh, a fingerprint test, yay! Queen Amara, it belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh. Hmm. Objection, this is now how court. You have to register evidence before you can refer to it. We know, Bharat, but of course, suspension of disbelief. It's how the story works. It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around. This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you. Nayuta, Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit, and he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him. But why would he do such a thing? You really don't know? He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath and beyond. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Also, the defendant is a mother of the prosecutor. What they call this? Conflict of interest. Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake. Dirk, why do you always... Well, Queen Amara. Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now? Dirk, breakdown. This cannot be. I refuse to accept it. Queen Amara, are you ready to confess your crime? I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sigatar Kurain, who slew Minister Inga. That's preposterous! Why? Wow. This is beyond belief. Mother, why would you? Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way? So, in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmadi. I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive. I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that. They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak. Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you. I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband, yet I could not bear any hatred towards him. I was unable to discard this or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years. Mother. So she really believes it. That Dirk tried to assassinate her? Okay, looks like we're not done yet because the court record was updated. I will also admit if that was the final breakdown, that was a bit anticlimactic. Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved who now dwells in the Twilight Realm. Very well then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmadi, if you have no further objections... this cannot be. My mother. I have no objections. Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I've proved your innocence. Objection, the story's not over. But... very well then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmadi. Hold it! Of course. Rifa? Your benevolence? I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nina? Rifa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? In denial. Yes, there is no mistake. She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings. Barbed head, hornhead, are you going to let this stand? Dirk's been proven innocent and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? Okay, I saved. It probably wants me to push to continue, but let's end it here. Is this the right thing to do? Should I push to drag this out even longer? Actually, I want it to end because I want to go to bed. Dirk's been proven innocent, so there's that. But, has every last bit of the truth really come out here today? Alright, what evidence haven't we used yet? This. Why is this here? We've used that. We haven't used this, question mark. We haven't used this, we haven't used this. We haven't used the nipple badge, and we haven't used the founder's orb yet. So there's more to this case. There are pieces of evidence we haven't touched. Apollo, if you have any doubts, you should keep digging deeper. If you can't get to the truth here in the Sacred Hall of Justice, where else can?
An ILL backseats with. Show your badge.
Show the nipple badge. Right. Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth, and the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. What? Hornhead. Very well then, will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case has yet to come to light? The murder method, the motive, Amara's married life. Murder method, he was stabbed. The motive? Queen Amara. There's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Karkur Kurai. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. I was bored. Yeah, like, I just want to stab someone. Further tragedy? Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. The Skittles, wow. Yes, Aniv. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still, he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat. You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb which led to Maya's face abduction? Yes. Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power. After which, he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. Stabbing someone once a day keeps the doctor away, especially when you stab the doctor. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling. And Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister. My bracelet! Oh my god, we're gonna perceive in court. An apple a day can keep anyone away if you throw it hard enough. Apollo. Yep. Seems this trial's far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. Oh, she's fidgety. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. No bed for you. If I must. PM during the rite of channeling. I slipped into the tomb. Slew the minister. Okay, let's... Okay, it should be this. Oh.
Gotcha!
What are we looking for? We're looking for some like glitches or weird movements. Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about that 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because a finger in your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Si tremendo huegazo why dude, no si ayuda a vega why dude. Anif no habla español, por favor. Oh? In that pose you make, is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? The murder occurred at 2 p.m., and I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So then, why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The rite of channeling, didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual. Wow, stalker.
Objection!
Such insolence. I would have the perpetrator's name at once. Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... Do you take me for a fool? How about we discuss the photo's origins a little later, because right now... there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Oh, Emma knows Photoshop. Emma, do you know Photoshop? Can you increase like the contrast and brightness of this photo? Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice. Photoshop 2024. Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. What's that right there? There's a scar. You say oh my god, Bart, wow. Generative fill gotcha. Magic lasso. No, wait, I think it's a burn scar. Channeling photo updated in the court record. Wait a second. Your Eminence. Wow. Thank you for the zoom in game. Let's just admire this majestic view. Definitely in the top 10. That is rather a. But come on, if you're gonna compare it to like the other characters in the series, this is at least a little more you know, out there. Alright, you don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. Makeup, boob makeup, boob makeup. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garon, then who is it? Plastic surgery? Plastic surgery in a day? Okay, wait. Who could that be? Oh my god, wait. Burn scar. Amara was assassinated in a fire, right? Amara was allegedly assassinated in a fire, but she made it out alive, so she should have burn scars. Could they have switched? Could Amara be the one doing the channeling and Garan was the one who like channeled Dirk?
Take that!
Queen Amara. The person in this photo isn't Queen Garan. It's you posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara, you have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Eek! Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo. You want to see more boobs? Shh. I don't understand. I knew it. So the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara. This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switched places? Mahonga ba siyang? Amara's confession earlier was also false. Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place. But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't possibly have committed this crime. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara. I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime? Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means... While Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else. Paul Kunka! Wonder what they'd look like on the 3DS. They'd look more... They'd pop out more. Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it? Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi. Which means Garan doesn't have the alibi that she channeled at 2 p.m.
Take that!
Why, that's... Is this some kind of a joke? No, Your Majesty, I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Garan Sigatar Kurain. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Garan ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from his face body? And then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m. while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garon, didn't she kill Minister Ingo while disguised as Turk? So Garon killed her own husband? Well, your mercifulness. It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now, Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is... Now she was assassinated. Holy shit. Mother, no! Ha 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 ha! I really did it. Your Eminence, my life is yours. Isn't he one of Garon's royal guards? Queen Amara, bailiff, Erstat guardsman. Mother, Garon couldn't have. Could she? Someone call for an ambulance, quickly, now! Wii U, to be continued, holy shit. Oh my god, is Garan the baddie all along? Wii U. Ah, my god. Alright, I think I'll end here for the night. That was a long ass part. That's like 2:45 long, more or less. The first one was like around 3 hours. So I bet that the last part would be like also around that time. Or the next part rather. Is this on Switch? Yep, this is on Switch. I'm using the Switch version. Alright, holy crap, wow. Like what I said, that is one fucked up story. Dirk was dead all along. Mai was the one channeling Dirk when he went to the States. Then, at the time of the murder, they forced Dirk out of Maya's body. Then Amara channeled Dirk. Ah, my god. It's so convoluted. Anyway, alright. Everyone, thank you very much for joining. I really do appreciate it. So, I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow, but if I am, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue this. Otherwise, we'll continue this on Wednesday. So yeah. Oh my god. One effed up story. Anyway. Alright, everyone, thank you very much again. So, yep. Again, please do check out the socials. You would think you were here almost the entire stream. Hey, thanks. Yeah, thank you so much, Schnox. Thanks for the Skittles. You're welcome, even though they were all grape Skittles. Anyway, please do check out the socials, YouTube. Yeah, please do check out YouTube. If you are on YouTube, hi YouTube. We are simulcasting on YouTube right now. So yeah, let's find someone to raid. Alright, I think I have an idea of who to raid. Let me just check if they are still going. Yep. Let's raid Suak. Haven't raided Suak in a while, so yep. Let's go raid Suak. He is playing Alien Isolation though, so it's not the usual SMW, but yep, Suak's a good friend of the stream, so let's go raid him. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much. I will see you either tomorrow or on Wednesday to continue this. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, and I will see you all next time. Bye!